Hello? 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 Hi! Okay, hello! Hi! Hi! I get to hang out on stream today with 2 people. Hooray! I wanted to go live first before I hopped in the call with them. But yeah, we're gonna hang out with Davidia, and we're gonna hang out with Silver, and we're talking about our conventions that we were at this weekend. Hello, everybody on YouTube and Twitch! Woo! Hi! Thank you for tuning in. I have to update YouTube. I forgot to turn Spice down, and now my ears are bleeding. Woo! Well, welcome in, Neo. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to all the new folks. If you haven't been here before, welcome. I am loud and chaotic, so there is that. That is the thing that is happening. All right, I gotta fix the live because it doesn't say what is happening on, actual YouTube. So let me fix it if I can. It doesn't say what is I didn't want to come into the stream and hear myself. Edit. There we go. We need to change the name. Change the name. Anyway, we are talking Offkai Expo and Dreamhack Dallas. Davidia, who will be joining us on the stream. Davidia went to Offkai, and then Silverwolf and I were at DreamHack Dallas. So we're going to recap both of them and swap convention stories. So let me get this updated, because YouTube doesn't update, and I don't know why. Recapping. Offkai Expo and... But how's everybody doing? How's your day going? I hope it's good. I hope it is good. All right, I updated it. I updated it! It's accurate now! Okay. Hey, yo, everyone. Yes. My arms hurt? Why do your arms hurt? What did you do? Hi, friend, and my ears also hurt now. No, now I'm on Twitch. Hell yeah! Let's freaking go! Yes, let's go. Let's go. All right, I'm going to hop in the call with them because they're going to be like, girl, where you at? Hello!
Hello, goodness.
I am here! See, I jump scared you instead.
Haha!
Yeah, previous.
Previously on... where did my... No, my gaming scene! Where did it go?
No!
My gaming scene! Ah! What happened? I must have deleted it on accident. Oh,
Uh-oh.
no. Shit. Well, it's mostly, That's stupid. I'm mad because that had all my game shit in it.
No!
I guess I'm permanently in this car now. We're just listening to music in my car.
Bah, 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 bah. That's what I thought of.
Actually, I'm currently listening to Legend of Zelda Hyrule Cafe.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
It's a game remix. Hi, Ashen. Ashen's freaking out with me. Let me get my
Get out!
shit, my Fujis.
Fuji's!
My Fujis are missing. That's why I was like, oh, I wonder where my Fujis are at, and they're not even here because they were in my gaming scene setup, and that I apparently deleted.
Wamp, wamp, wamp.
I'm
Womp womp.
I'm legitimately dumb.
Tell them I say, cheese, Why?
Hello.
Why cheese? Why are we talking
Yummy
about cheese?
cheese.
I would love this.
There was no cheese. Why are we talking about cheese?
I like cheese though.
My chat is still trying to get me to eat cheese.
Eat cheese. Do it.
But it's Swiss
Cheese is
cheese.
good.
Oh, Swiss cheese is terrible, actually. Ew.
It's because
Yeah,
it has
that's
holes
fine.
in it.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Don't make Spice eat fucking Swiss cheese. What's wrong with you? Ew.
Why aren't we
It's really
talking about
spicy.
cheese? Because that isn't the topic for the stream. We're not talking about cheese.
Oh, jeez.
We love cheese though.
Cheese is good, but that's not. But yes, we all went to conventions about cheese.
Oh wait. I think that really matters then.
Oh my goodness.
You guys can be in the car next to me.
Yeah, we're in a car. Let's go.
Yeah. My Be Right
There we
Back
go.
scene. My Be Right Back scene is like
There we go.
is a stream setup thing where it's like, please don't break the window. The AC is on. And then each of the little post-it notes has a he, she, or they. So mine has she, of course, and it says she has water and is listening to her favorite music.
Yeah.
It's my new Be Right Back. It's my new
I love
starting
it.
Be Right Back scene.
I would totally go to CheeseCon. What?
Oh,
There probably is a
Ashton says-
CheeseCon.
I think there
Ashton?
is in Wisconsin. Let me take a look.
I don't. If there is, I'm not aware of it because I live in Wisconsin.
Hey yo.
Ashen says, "Praise be to Jesus," which I will explain later. I will explain that later.
Oh my.
Neo Taste Suji 1 says,
Cheese
hello there.
Convention
I just wanted to say thank you
2024.
for creating this
Okay,
VTuber
yeah.
company
There is
with
one.
May
So,
VTubers. I
There
love them.
is
Now,
a
eat the cheese, you
Cheese
freaking
Expo
donkey.
in Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh
I know
my.
where that's at. It's my state capital.
Hey yo.
Yeah.
My brother
I know where Madison's
graduated.
at. I don't know about the expo. Sorry.
My brother graduated from University of Wisconsin Madison. He got his
Oh, so he's a
master's
Badger.
there. He got his master's there. He's
Ah.
he went to Notre Dame, so he's a fighting Irishman, and then he went to
UW-Madison.
University of Wisconsin Madison,
Yeah.
and
Now
he
he's
became a badger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a
Um,
fighting leprechaun badger.
You should ask him if he ever went to a home football game, and you should ask him if he's seen fifth quarter.
I will ask him that. I don't think he did,
Man,
because again, he was
he's missing
going
out.
for his master. So
So you should be able to have time to see fifth quarter at the very least. So at UW Madison, I actually went to this to 2 home games for band. I used to be in band class in high school, right? And our high school got invited to this thing because one of our graduates from the high school I went to was in attending UW Madison, so they persuaded their directors to let our high school go to these events, and it was band day. So we got to play our fight songs during halftime, essentially our high school fight songs. And UW Madison is known for fifth quarter, and fifth quarter essentially happens at the end of the football game, and the Madison band goes out onto the field and just plays a bunch of random shit and runs around all over the field, and it's great. It's a great time. That's essentially what fifth quarter is.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think my brother really went to the football games. He and I we were never really sports ball people, so
Sport ball,
um
home run.
we did go to a lot of Notre Dame home games because it's frickin' Notre Dame. I mean,
Right.
they're known for football. But after that, we just stopped going to football altogether.
Yeah.
Football!
Sports ball!
Sports ball!
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 Bop, bop, ball!
Balls! Balls!
Balls.
Yeah, balls.
I
Yeah, but
got
no,
balls of steel.
When I moved up here to live with my dad, well, actually, I didn't choose to move up here. I got kicked out of my mom's house, but that's another story.
That's
So
another
I lived
story.
in Wisconsin. I've lived in Wisconsin since I was like 14, so it's been 15 years. Yeah, I've been up here for like 15 years. Yeah, I'm gonna be a war hawk.
Hey!
Ayo!
Hi, Joker!
I'm rebranding. I'm gonna become a war hawk.
Nice.
Caw-caw! Oh my
Just
gosh.
pterodactyl. Pterodactyl.
Spelled with a P instead of a T.
Yes, I mean that's how you spell it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
So, Wild Spice missed the jump scare. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
I was trying to set it up to where both Discord and OBS could see that I was trying to stream as Cody Standy, but it wasn't working. He's too tall. He's too tall.
Cody's too tall!
Yeah, even his standee is too tall.
I can only see his crotch.
That's
Oh
how
my god, that's
how
great!
That's how my webcam was set up. Okay. It's how my webcam's set up. It's set up so that you see me better when I'm sitting, of course.
Ayo. Okay, so we are gathered here today. No, we're gathered here today to talk about, because there were 2 conventions. No, we're not talking about holes.
Oh, I thought you said balls, and I was like, yeah, we're here to talk about balls.
No. There were 2 conventions
balls.
this weekend.
Yes.
We're talking about
It's a
holes and balls and how they can come together.
At different conventions on the same weekend. How?
There were 2
VTubers.
separate conventions.
Yes.
Two,
Oh god.
Yes.
two totally different conventions going on at the same time.
Yes.
But we all had to choose one or the other. Spice and I, we went to DreamHack in Dallas, and
Space.
Space.
Spice made the wrong choice. Just saying.
So much fun. Okay, we were gonna go to Offkai originally.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
That's why I was like, yeah, you made the wrong choice.
we chose poorly.
Yes, I remember Spice on like day one for Offkai. She DMs me. She's like, where are all the VTubers at? And I'm like, I stole them, Spice. They're all with me. They're mine. She's like, share them. I'm like, no. They're mine. I'm gonna catch them all like Pokemon.
Yeah, there were like no VTubers at DreamHack. We talked to like one or two, but there were none.
Yeah.
There were
But, I mean-
absolutely none. We were the only I think there were like one or two, but more or less Spice and I, we were like the only ones that stuck out as VTubers. But we did get some people interested in VTubers, so
Hey,
that's a
so-
plus.
Yeah, so that then in the end that ends up working out because like you can go to the Offkai one and you can meet a shit ton of like peers in your creative space and VTubers. There were also a lot of like fans, just VTuber fans too. But like on the flip side, going to a non-VTuber convention and being able to be like, "Hey, have you heard about VTubers before?" I think that's also really good because it gets people more interested in coming into the rabbit hole that is VTubing. So
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, Joker says, so what I hear is you guys were the best VTubers there. Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
exactly.
Yes, we were.
They owned it. Let's go.
Yeah, it's different being at like a convention where it's like, oh, here's all these content creators, but they're all like face cam streamers.
Yeah, and I mean, what was it? I was talking to there's a friend of mine who I met at Rock USA like a long ass time ago, which is like a rock convention, not convention. It's like a rock festival. And he streams. He calls himself the Mohawk Man on Twitch. And he and I were talking at one point, and I mentioned that I was a VTuber. He's like, I considered being a VTuber at one point. He's like, but I've already have an established brand.
Yeah.
With being the Mohawk Man and everything. And I'm like, you could still like.
Yeah, you
become, like,
could.
a hybrid. Like I'm like, it's something to consider at the very least. You don't have to go like all the way in if you're not comfortable with it, especially if you've already got your set brand. But it's something to look into either way, and just kind of like do like a however you want to incorporate it.
Yeah. We had a couple of people that came up and were just like asking questions about it, and they were like, "Oh, I wanted to try it, but I was curious about like what to do." So it was still cool like that.
Excuse me. Yeah. Sorry. I'm drinking a soda as we're talking, by the way. Oh, my
You're
pizza
good.
rolls are done too.
Pizza
So am I.
rolls.
Yeah. You're burping or drinking soda?
I'm drinking Sprite Zero Sugar Chill. It's their
Woohoo.
cherry lime flavor.
Ooh. Sounds interesting. I don't think we have that up here. God damn it. I just have a kickstart.
Yeah, we don't get to drink. We don't get to drink any more Monster because DreamHack just had Monster for days.
Wow.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Sponsored by Monster Energy. Imagine.
Yeah, there was so much Monster. They actually had people walk around with IVs of nothing but Monster.
God. I mean, I like Monster, but I don't think I like Monster that much. Ugh.
Well, they had the they had their regular flavor. They also had like their zero sugar variety.
Yeah.
the
But they also had, like,
Ultra
their-
Beast.
Yeah, they also had green tea flavor as well. The rehab, there was like a berry
Oh,
tea
okay, okay.
and there was a green tea. The green tea is really good.
Yeah.
They also had like their new ruby red that was pretty good too.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the Rehab line just because I'm not a tea drinker, so.
I love the Rehab line.
Yeah.
I like it because
I'm
it has
the
coconut water.
I'm the Ultra Beast line, actually. So
Okay.
my favorite Ultras are the white, the purple, and the teal. And also the more recent one, which is pink. So it's like, the purple is like grape, and the white's just like, it's white. And the pink one is strawberry.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, I
delicious.
love the strawberry flavor.
Yeah. And the teal is mango.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so since DreamHack is sponsored by Monster, that's one of the sponsors, they have a big booth on the expo hall, and everyone can go up and get, free Monster. And then in the Creator Hub, they had a fridge always stocked with Monster, so...
Yeah.
And then there was other stuff, of course. There was, like, some snacks and some, water and coffee and all that. So there was other stuff to drink. It wasn't just Monster.
Yeah, that's good because I made sure to bring some of my Adderall with me on this trip because I was afraid that if I didn't, first and foremost, I was going to be way stranger than what I needed to be. But secondly, I
Yeah.
was afraid I was going to be hungry all the time.
Uh-huh.
Because part of my ADHD dopamine fix is eating for whatever reason, and I can't be eating shit.
Food.
Yeah, and I brought a limited amount of money because I did this with WeedCon too, so I only brought like a set amount of money.
Yeah.
And I left my main cards at home.
That's smart.
So that way I wouldn't like overspend because
That's smart.
I also overspend.
I feel you on that ADHD thing too.
Yeah.
I also do.
Yeah, because that's my other dopamine hit is just like, I'm gonna spend money on shit that I probably don't even need. But I'm like, if I do that, I will be fucking broke.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have heeded that advice because there was just so much stuff like to buy and enjoy like at the convention. I mean, I got a little clicky fidget tool that one of the artists made, which is pretty nice. Yeah. But it was just, oh my god.
I still went over my credit card max though, so somehow.
Oh jeez.
Because I did have to because I didn't think that the hotel charged my credit card yet. That Holiday Inn hadn't charged my card, so I bought that card just in case that they hadn't. And turns out they did. So it was like, okay, cool. But I ended up needing it anyway for a couple of different reasons, so it was fine. It ended up being fine.
Oh man, did you have any? Okay, so before we actually get to the actual convention, did you have any issues getting to the convention?
Not getting to, but leaving, yes.
Oh no!
Oh,
what happened?
So it's the first part of this is good and bad at the same time. So the first part of why it took me a while to get back home was because my flight left at 6:30. I should probably get rid of this, actually. I have a post-it note still sitting here telling me when I need to leave and come back. But my flight was supposed to leave at 6:30 p.m. PST. So I was like, okay, I'm prepared to leave. I'm fucking sad. I cried, all right? I was so sad that I had to leave eventually. And then it was about 2-ish, I think. I still have the notifications in my phone, actually, where they were like, hey, by the way, your flight to Chicago O'Hare, which is where I flew out of, they're like, your flight's delayed. I was like, I'm like, how long is it delayed for? It's delayed for, they ended up delaying it 3 times total. So the first time it got delayed, it went from 6:30 to 8:25. And I was like, yeah, I can spend more time with my friends.
Yeah.
I had flight insurance, so I had flight insurance.
Oh, that's
no
good. Yeah.
How delayed it was, I was covered. It was fine.
Yeah, that's good.
So then they texted me a little bit after that, and I delayed it by another 20 minutes, so it was 8:45.
Okay.
I went to dinner with Vivi and a bunch of other people.
Aw.
So yeah, and when I left, I'll explain that a little bit later too. But when I left the dinner, I was like freaking out because I thought I was gonna miss the flight because I was like, it's really close to boarding time. Turns out when I was in transit to the airport, they delayed it a 3rd time to 9:15.
Oh my gosh!
Like, oh, okay, so I ended up arriving at the airport on time either way. So I'm like, cool, it gives me enough time to pee and fill my water bottle because I need to fucking pee. And I
that's
need
a
water
struggle,
'cause
yeah.
I'm fucking thirsty because I ran through the fucking airport and I was sweaty.
Yeah, I feel that. Oh my gosh.
Delayed 3 times, that's the same number as the Cerberus. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is! Cerberus!
Don't
I was
get
like,
me
at
started
that
on
point, I was like, at that point, I should have just rescheduled it my goddamn self to like
The
10.
next- Yeah.
So my flight ended up getting back to Chicago. Because at this point, I rode a coach bus to the airport, so I could avoid the airport parking fees.
Yeah.
So when I got back to Chicago at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they changed it. They changed how the coach buses come to the airport. They're no longer picked up directly from the airport. You had to go all the way across the airport to a very specific location, which is like the rental where you can get the rental cars from.
Yeah.
And then they changed the pickup schedule. So instead of getting the bus at like 4:20 like I thought I was going to, I had to wait and sit there until 7 a.m. for the fucking bus. And I was like, I could have just rescheduled my flight for like 11:30 p.m. or something.
Oh,
Goddamn.
jeez.
And the thing was that pissed me off about it and stressed me out is because I was like, I don't have any idea where I was going, and people were telling me where to go, and I was still confused.
Yeah.
And so I cried because I was tired and stressed, and then I was mad because Coach USA never sent me a notification about this change whatsoever.
Aww.
So yeah, I ended up while I was waiting for the bus, I ended up talking in a group call with Lady and a bunch of other people because I was like, yeah, I'm just stressed out. I just want to talk to people.
Yeah, that
Aw.
sucks.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, going to the place was fine.
That's
and
good.
Nobody bothered me when I was freaking out at the airport, so that was also fine. So yeah, that's a good thing.
So Silver.
And yeah.
Oh God. All right, time for my travel stories. So pretty much going into Dallas wasn't that big of an issue. There were delays, but it was more like just landing. Actually, no. There were some delays just getting in because there were some bad storms in the area. And Spice and I, we actually ended up pretty much arriving roughly exactly the same time. Like, we did not get to Dallas at the airport till, what was it, like midnight or something?
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, it was like almost midnight. And Spice had to check her bag. I carried on. And as soon as she got the bag, everybody was heading over to the Lyft rideshare area over at the airport. We didn't get to the hotel till roughly around like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
We didn't get to the airport. We didn't get to the hotel till about 1 a.m. I had to call the hotel, let them know that we were arriving late, so we don't get like, we don't lose the room or whatever. Fortunately, they were nice enough to, just say, hey, we know we got all the delays and everything. Just take your time, don't rush. The hotel was very nice. They were very nice about the whole thing. But then it was getting out that was a pain in the butt for me. Spice, you had it easy. You had it easy getting out.
Yeah, you. Go ahead.
Oh boy. So my flight, keep in mind I flew Southwest throughout this whole thing. And here's the thing. What I'm about to tell you, this was not Southwest's fault. Everybody there was super nice, super patient. They were awesome. I give them all the kudos.
Yeah.
Because when I got to the airport, my flight was much later. And then I saw that there was a bit of a delay, and I'm like, okay, no worries. As long as it doesn't get delayed too much, because I have a connecting flight from Dallas I have to go from Dallas to Nashville, and then from Nashville to Orlando.
Yeah.
Right.
The flight got delayed 2-3 times.
Oof.
And at the third time, I saw that the flight was I almost forgot to mention about the what happened on the way to Dallas. You remember how I mentioned there were some delays?
Yeah.
So the biggest delay getting out of Orlando, I can't believe I almost forgot about this. We were just about to line up for the flight. They were just about to call numbers and everything, all the numbers and all the letters.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we started lining up, there was another delay. I was like, "You mother!"
God.
We were ready to go. Like, we were all getting ready to go.
Right.
And then, so now going back to getting out of Dallas, I saw that the flight was not leaving till about like 8:50 or some crap like that.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much as soon as I was about to leave Dallas, my connecting flight in Nashville was about to leave. I'm like, I am not gonna make this flight at all. So I had to wait in line at the what was it, like the gate counter? Like those So
Yeah.
I waited at the gate counter for like 30 minutes
Oh,
to
jeez.
talk to somebody at Southwest regarding my flight out.
Mhm.
And then like everybody was like in line trying to figure out how the hell we're gonna get out of Dallas. I mean, I love Dallas, but I need to get out. I can only take the 1-star safe for so long.
Hey.
So I went up to William or Bill, and he surged high and low for some way for me to get out. And I was not gonna leave on Sunday. I was like, you have gotta be fucking kidding me. It was like my face just fell. I was in a total depressed state that I could not leave until like about 6:30 Monday morning. And the only thing they could do, because all the direct flights to Orlando were fully booked, there was no other connecting flight. The earliest thing that they could have given me was 6:30 in the morning from Dallas to Chicago Midway, which thank God, because I'm familiar with that airport. Then from Chicago Midway to Orlando. So I had to go from south of the United States to north of the United States, back south to the United States.
Midwest.
And yeah,
The Midwest.
the Midwest. And I was mentally preparing myself to sleep at the airport. And to kind of like let myself out a little bit, I spoke to my dad about the whole situation. He was with my brother, and my brother was nice enough to hook me up with a room near the airport. So I really appreciate my brother for helping me out with that.
Yeah, that's good.
But
nice.
the worst part was, I made the total mistake of checking in my suitcase, which
Oh,
I could
no.
have easily carried on. I could have easily carried it on, but the thing was, my seat was Southwest. It's first come first serve seating, and first come first serve
Space.
overhead
Yeah.
compartment space.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
like,
depending
listen,
upon what group you're in, you get to pick your own seat.
Yep.
yeah,
Unless
I
you
was
pay, like, for it.
well, Southwest bags fly for free, so I thought, instead of dealing with everything, mid-flight or whatever, I am just going to just check my bag and just let it go, because I thought I was getting out today. I thought I was getting out that day, but I was like, but what about my bag? What are you gonna do with it? What am I gonna do? Because like my toiletries and my extra clothes were in there, and they're like, well, you can talk to baggage services and see what they can do about it. So I'm like, oh, fine, here we go. So went down to baggage services, which I heard it had a 3-hour wait.
Oh my God.
God.
What?
Because everybody couldn't get out, and they needed their stuff.
Yeah.
But fortunately, by the time I got there, that line was gone. I went straight up to the counter, and I was like, listen, I need my suitcase. There's clothing and whatever in there.
Yeah.
And the person was nice enough to check for me, because she was like, I don't know, because we've been slammed for the past few hours. And she actually did go to the storage area, talk to some people, and my bag was already on the way to Nashville.
Oh no.
So my suitcase was on the flight that I was supposed to be on from Dallas to Nashville.
Oh, that's the
so
worst.
my suitcase was already in freaking Nashville. And so the only thing I had was my backpack, and thank God I had my phone. I called the Lyft. The hotel's like about 5 minutes away from. My friend Dizzy's online. How's it going, my friend? So Give me a second here.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
Yeah. So
that.
she unleashed a sound alert. So
Ha!
I took a
Woo!
lift from the airport to the hotel. It was all dead. Like there was no, because it was either sleep at the airport or sleep at this hotel.
Yeah.
So I went to the airport. So I took the lift from the airport to the hotel. It was like about a 5-6 minute ride, and I checked in. The staff there was so nice. Told them my whole story, and they're like, just, we have a bar over there. Get yourself a drink, and like I told them like everything. Like they like I think there was like all the staff members were probably going like, oh my god, this guy's like so freaking depressed.
Yeah.
So I went to the bar and I was like, I just want an old fashioned. I want something. And unfortunately, they did not have the ingredients for an old fashioned. Come on.
Oh
It was their stock day.
Oh jeez.
So they did not. So they were waiting for tomorrow for like all their ingredients, and I was like, just give me the cheapest, stiffest drink that you can make with whiskey. So the bartender, who was super nice, she made me a royal fuck.
Oh my god!
She made me the royal fuck.
And what is that?
Amazing.
Yeah, so let me pull up the ingredients for it.
I've never heard of that
because,
before. That's why I asked. I was like, what is that?
While you pull that up, can I tell you what a bar fight is? Or
Yes,
a bear
please.
Fight. Not a bar fight. It's called a bear fight.
Okay.
So, a bear fight. There's two different drinks. Okay.
Okay.
The first is an Irish car bomb.
Ooh.
And then you follow it with a Jaeger bomb.
Oh god.
nice.
It's the
Dang.
worst thing. The Irish car bomb's not so bad. It's the fucking Jaeger bomb that fucking destroys you. It's disgusting. I hate it. I've tried it once and I will never do it again.
All right.
Fuck that.
So, the royal fuck is a yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
the
was like,
royal
what
fuck.
the heck is this? And it's normally made with Crown Royal, but
Okay.
she made it with Jack Daniels. It's
Okay.
it's normally Royal Crown, peach schnapps,
Okay.
and cranberry juice.
Okay.
So you got the hillbilly crown. You didn't get the royal crown.
Yeah,
Or the
pretty
royal
much,
fuck.
yeah.
The hillbilly fuck. You didn't get the royal fuck.
Oh my god.
I could have.
You
could
could
have
have.
gotten a royal
could
fuck,
have.
but damn it, royal crowns is so expensive. So
That's true. Yeah.
yeah, so it
And
was.
also, I don't feel like it's something that a bar would normally have either.
Yeah.
So I had all that. I talked to the bartender about my weekend, which told her about DreamHack. She has a son that's into games,
Oh cool.
and I also then I was like, okay, time for me to get in my room because I need to just get my mind together and all that stuff.
Yeah. Makes
And-
sense.
On my way up to my room, they had a 24-hour like little market or whatever. I decided to grab some ice cream dibs because I'm like, what's the best cure for depression? Ice cream. So
Yeah.
I
And
got my ice cream and chocolate. So I went up to my room and I was like, okay, this is a nice room. Thank you, brother. And I was trying to figure out, my schedule for the week for work and everything else. And of course, telling my family that I'm fine, I'm okay, I'm in the room. And like I said, my toiletries are gone. So I was like, okay, what do I need? Let's see. I called the desk. I told them I need toothbrush, toothpaste, and deodorant. They didn't really have anything else, but the way they delivered it to my room was the coolest thing. You can actually watch a video of it on my Twitter at twitter.com/silverwolfplay. They actually had a robot
Oh, that's
deliver
cool.
my toiletries to the room.
Hey, that's fun.
And it was so cool. It was like it kind of reminded me of like R2D2. It went up to my room. The robot called my room saying that it was here, and I said, asked me how my stay was. Did you get everything? Do you need anything else? And he was like, hey, I'm going home now. Bye bye. And they just rolled away. I was like, oh, such a nice little robot. So then I had to get some sleep, even though I didn't really get that much, because I was like I was still like a lot of thoughts were running through my head because I had work the next day.
Yeah.
And just my anxiety was through the roof.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So fortunately, I was able to sleep. I got up, showered so I don't stink the plane. Ran downstairs, checked out, and there was even a shuttle right outside the hotel room, ready to take me back to the airport.
Well, that's
for
good.
free. So I was like, yes, and took that shuttle, got on the plane, no delays, went to Midway, had a little layover, got some fucking Garrett's popcorn, because it is a legal requirement if you're ever visiting Chicago. If you're ever in Chicago, it's a legal requirement to get yourself some cheddar caramel popcorn and enjoy the fuck out of it.
Okay.
Because I was heading home.
I didn't realize it was on. My bad.
You're good.
I thought it was still set to like my condenser.
Yeah. So,
My bad.
what am I?
But by
what
the
was
time
I
I got
yeah.
home, I was like, fuck, I need to
I was like,
lie
fuck.
down. I was not able to work. I could not do anything. My manager was like, just get home and just get some rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So yeah.
mine wasn't like that eventful. I'll go quick with my travel story. But on the way, I was delayed. I flew out of Philly because that's the closest airport. I flew out of Philly to Atlanta. I was actually worried originally we were gonna I was gonna miss my connection for Atlanta, but we were delayed slightly. Or when we got into Atlanta, like the flight was delayed because of weather. Because
1 second. You both had connecting flights?
Yep.
yes,
Wow, I just did a non-stop both ways.
there was
I'm
not
like, I
a
don't wanna
there.
fucking deal with that.
No, I know, and normally I wouldn't, but the problem was like there wasn't a direct flight, and if there was, it was
Ooh.
crazy expensive.
Damn.
So
Well, then that sucks.
yeah, so got to Atlanta, delay, weather, cool. Finally, we take off, fine. Get to Dallas. Yeah, so like Silver said, we didn't get to the hotel until like really late, and then on the way back, well, I was like actually rushing to get through like security and stuff because there was a long line for security. They only had one thing for security open. I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's
So.
stupid, yeah.
Yeah. Also, Dallas Airport's huge, but Fort Worth, because I went to we flew into Love Field. Silver flew back out of Love Field. I had to fly out of Fort Worth. So, it was very big, and yeah, there was one line for security, and I'm like, oh my god. So luckily I got through. Luckily my gate was right there, like right on the other side of security, and we boarded. And we got on the plane. Yeah, we're getting ready to take off. And we sat there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours on the runway because it was storming. And then, luckily on the way back, it was nonstop. So it was one of those really big planes. So it was 333 across. So it was like 9 people across the plane. So it was a big plane. But yeah, flight back was okay. It just was like we sat on the tarmac for 2 hours, and I didn't end up getting home until about like after midnight. So yeah,
Let's go.
oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
that
I love
was
that.
super stressful.
Traveling.
The funny thing though was Silver. I was stressed out more about like missing my connection flight on the way down, and Silver's like, "Oh no, you're fine." And then Silver had the exact issue on the way back.
Like, no, you'll be okay, but not me though.
Oh my gosh.
I also forgot to mention when I was checking out of the hotel. So I paid for my hotel in advance, right?
Yeah.
So they already charged me.
Right.
What they didn't tell me when I got my keys is that they would put a hold on my card.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah, it's like, can you please like make sure you tell about that? Because like that's kind of it's kind of like when I book rooms and stuff. I'm like, okay, is there gonna be a hold? If so, like, how much is this hold gonna be? So I'm not like scrambling.
Yeah, freaking out. Yeah, 'cause
right.
I ended up freaking out about it because a big stressor of mine is finances.
Yep,
and,
I feel
like,
that.
They put a hold on there, so it's like $50 a day. So I stayed
Ah.
at the Hyatt Regency I stayed at the Hyatt Regency from Friday to Sunday. So my day 0 was spent at the Holiday Inn. So the main hotel.
Okay, got
the
you.
main con, I stayed at Hyatt for all 3 days.
Right.
And it was $50 a day. So they put a hold on my card. And at first I didn't understand what the guy was telling me. He was not explaining this very well. Because I was reading it wrong and I was already upset, and they did charge me. I even went to my statements to be like, yeah, you guys had charged me, but he was not explaining it very well and saying that I would get refunded, you know. What I actually ended up, I did owe them an additional amount of money. I don't know why. I think it was probably due to an early check-in, which wasn't really exactly explained to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I actually did owe them like $53, which I was able to pay in cash because I did have cash for that. That was fine. I didn't care, because I could afford it.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I was upset about the hold because with that hold in place, it had my debit card at $14, which it didn't matter. I didn't have my debit card anyway.
Okay, yeah, but that's
I just wanted the hold to not be there, you know?
Right. Yeah. No, I feel that 100%.
Like, I
yep.
just want, because I owed people money.
Yeah.
I owed a couple people money during the trip, so I was just like, I want to make sure it's like literally $10. I just want to make sure that I can pay this person $10. I did pay them eventually when the hold went away. I still owe Cody money though. I'll explain that too later, but I owe Cody money. I'm gonna get it to him eventually.
Yeah. We stayed at a hotel that was like a 10-minute drive away from, because no, we did that because one, DreamHack is held in the convention center. The only hotel that was attached was an Omni, and Omnis are expensive AF. So.
Yeah. If I'd known that because the Holiday Inn is not even a 5-minute walk.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When I checked out, I actually just walked my luggage down. I brought 2 luggages.
Yeah.
So I brought my bag. I brought my backpack, my Ida backpack. I brought my carry-on, and I bought a large luggage specifically for WeebCon to put all my cosplays in. So my carry-on had all my essentials, which I brought onto the plane. And then my large had all my extra shit that I didn't necessarily need. So if it got lost, it wasn't a big deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then my carry-on had all my entertainment bullshit. So
makes sense.
I ended up walking that, and the sidewalk was so terrible. And I'm just like, please don't tip over. Please don't tip over. And then I'm like, cars are coming by, and I'm like, please don't run me over. I'm like, I have luggage, please. I have shit that I gotta carry.
Yeah, but
it wasn't so bad though.
Yeah, we did look at some of the hotels around that were like in walking distance, but then it was like, oh, you know what? F it. We'll just take a lift in. It's fine. It's not that far a ride, and it'll be cheaper. Also, we ended up taking the lift to the Omni every day and just walking through the Omni into the convention.
Yeah,
so
that's not so bad.
Nah.
Either, honestly, you get a little bit of exercise, and it's not a big deal. As long as you got comfortable shoes, you know.
Oh yeah, it was nice. And I wish we could have stayed at the Omni, but I am not made of $1,000 a night.
Yeah. So Holiday Inn was like your typical Holiday Inn price especially for California, in the Burlingame, California.
In other words, cheap.
Yeah, pretty cheap. Because I ended up paying like because it did have its California rate, of course, and I actually
Right.
got the King. I got the King Bayview
Ooh.
room. I paid.
Ooh.
I was like, I would just want a Bayview. It wasn't so bad. I did see most of the parking lot, but you know, I got to see the bay, which is nice.
Our
And I
view.
paid.
Yeah, what'd you pay?
$60-ish. So.
Okay.
For-
Our view
yeah.
was medieval times.
And then the Hyatt. So the Hyatt, I had to make sure because at that point, all the rooms that were near the closest to the atrium
Yeah.
were already booked.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And I was like, I had to call them up when I booked this, and this is where I messed up because I wanted to book for all 4 of my days, but I
Okay.
was dumb and didn't think I could afford it.
Got
at the
you.
time. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I had the money, but anyway. So I called them and said, hey, I understand that on the website I'm going to be staying at your hotel for Offkai, but I understand that the ones that are part of the Offkai block are booked. However, I don't care about that. Like, I'm like, you can literally put me anywhere. If I have to walk like a mile to get to the atrium, I don't give a shit. Like, I just want the rate. And she's
Right,
like,
exactly.
I
Yeah.
forget who I talked to now. But she was like, yeah, no issues. We can definitely give you the Offkai rate, especially if you're going there. And yeah, so blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, another thing. Can we charge my card now? And this was like
Right.
back in February.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have the money now. Just charge me. Just charge me right now. Everything will be fine, you know, and whatever. She's like, yeah,
This
we
is
can definitely
fine.
do that. So yeah. And that was the best interaction as far as like booking went. I'm pretty sure I did write her name down. I just don't have the note available.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, no, I think that, and I ended up getting my hotel rate, which is still pretty expensive, especially for the Hyatt.
Yeah.
Normally their rate is like $260 something, but it went down to like $199, which is still pretty high.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know, it's fine because I wanted to make sure I could like easily go back to my room if I need to. I ended up being
Right,
on like
yeah.
the 5th floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I also had a Bayview side too. So
Ayo, let's
wasn't
go.
able to look out- I wasn't able to look out into the atrium, which is fine. I don't want to look out into the atrium anyway because fuck the atrium. But looking out to the bay was actually pretty cool.
So that actually reminds me of like Magfest and like Katsucon because it's at the
Yeah.
Gaylord in National
The
Harbor,
Gaylord.
and
I
the
remember
Gaylord.
the Gaylord.
Everybody is like, everybody's like, oh my god, I need the atrium room because like that's
Yeah.
like you need the atrium room. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
because
whatever.
you wanna-
You want
it's
to be
like
able to
you
see
wanna look at
everything.
it
Yeah.
at people, and you want to be
Yeah.
able to get out on the balcony and be like, hey, look at me, I'm so cool. But it's like, it's not. All you're looking at is nothing, really. I mean, sure, the Gaylord's atrium room is very nice. It's very nice to look at. But Atrium Chan, yes, I know Atrium Chan. We love Atrium Chan, but also Hyatt's atrium isn't as nice as the Gaylord's. I'm sorry, it's true. Gaylord's atrium is probably better. It's like comparing the Fukuoka. One's got the big tits, and everybody likes big tits, and the other one's not so big, but she's got a nice personality. You know, that's what Atrium Chan is at the Hyatt. She's got a nice personality.
Oh, at Magfest and Katsucon, it's It's the gazebo. Oh, hail the gazebo!
It's gazebo coon.
It's gazebo coon. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Red Scout is like baby's first con. Like, no, everyone in here has been at cons before.
Yeah, we've
Yes.
been to I've been to this has been my second largest. I mean, would you consider 3,000 plus guests a large con?
I would say so.
3,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna I meant the one in her. What? What?
Sorry, I Hander in my chat says, so I show up and the first words I hear are, she's got big tits. What have I walked in on?
The conventions all had big tits. No.
Yes, conventions, they have big titties. I was comparing the Gaylord's atrium to Hyatt Regency's atrium.
Yeah.
Gaylord's got big titties, but Atrium Chan's got a nice personality.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay. Red Scout says mid-size. Yeah, I mean, I've been going to conventions since 2003.
Right,
Anime
okay.
conventions and stuff. So
Oh, so you're newer to conventions then, right? Huh?
2003.
2003. Oh, I heard 23 for some reason. I'm stupid. My bad.
No, you're fine. I'm like 2003.
I don't know time.
You're fine. You're fine. No, but like, yeah. So like, those are the kind of convention sizes I like when it's like in the like 3,000 to 5,000 because it's not big, but it's still a good size that like you can still see people and all that.
Mid-size,
Yeah.
mid-size, yeah.
DreamHack in comparison was 55,000 people. So.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, yeah,
that'd
it
be
wa-
quite large. Quite large.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
I don't know. Now that makes me wonder how many attendees went to WeebCon last year. I gotta look that up because
Yeah, I wonder.
Most of my con experiences have been relatively smallish to
Yeah.
mid-size, but that's because Madison area doesn't have a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of super large conventions in the Midwest as a whole to begin with. I think the biggest one for the state of Wisconsin would probably be Anime Milwaukee.
Okay, yeah.
Which I've never been to, actually.
Never been to it either,
because-
but I've heard of it before.
Yeah, but I wanted to build myself up to it. I think the last con I went to was in 2018. I was supposed to go to cons in 2018, but they all got canceled due to a massive flood in the Madison area. This was right before COVID too. And
yeah.
COVID wiped out the remaining mid-size.
Yeah, that
all the
was-
remaining mid-size ones.
Yeah, that was a big thing. A lot of conventions ended up just they just died out because of COVID.
Yeah.
They didn't come back.
Which is why I was like, I want to go to Offkai because I was like, you know what? Maybe somebody needs to found a VTuber convention in the Midwest, and why can't it just be me?
Yeah, right?
But like, yeah. So there's Anime Milwaukee, and then apparently Colossal Con.
I know
Colossal
Colossal
Con
Con.
Yes.
Yeah,
Colossal Con
Prime!
North is-
Prime!
It's basically in my backyard this year, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Where Daishokan used to be, which is the Kalahari Convention Center.
I've heard of Daishokan before.
No.
See, I've heard these names, but I've
Yeah.
like, I go to Colossal Con East, which is in the Poconos, so
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
been to Prime, which is the
And
big Colossal Con, but yeah.
I also know that GeekCon is apparently in other places too. We don't have a GeekCon anymore. We're not because of that fucking flood. So.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid. But I'm surprised you knew about Daishokan. I thought it was a very local thing.
No, I'm on animecons.com a lot, and I hear all different like con names and
Right, right,
stuff.
right.
And
Yeah.
I've been cosplaying for over 20 years, so like I know people all over the place, and it's like I'm going to
Yeah.
this con, and I'm like, cool.
Sounds cool. I already forget what our fucking mascots were for those because the last Daishokan, that Daishokan was the last one I went to in 2018, I think, because that was the only one that was running at
Okay.
that time, and now that's basically gone due to COVID too.
Yeah.
So, it's
Good
stupid.
old COVID.
Fuck you, COVID. Fuck you.
Fuck you, 2020 in general.
Oh
Fuck you,
my
2020
gosh.
in general.
For sure.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But thy geekdom was 5K. Yeah. Yeah. So medium size. Get vaccinated. Okay. So what? Okay. I guess here we're gonna start with because I know like we were talking about money. What were your spoils of the weekend?
Oh, my spoils.
What were your
Why don't you
spoils?
guys go first? I've got to let my dog out. Real
Go!
quick, so you guys
Go
can
for it.
first.
Okay, chat. All right, I'm gonna kick us off. All right, so my big shut up, Silverworld. My big win of the weekend. My big little thing was an aventurine charm. Yeah, that was the only aventurine thing in the whole artist alley. I was very sad.
Yeah.
But I got an aventurine keychain. I also got Topaz and Sunday because I could. And it's not Sunday, by the way, everybody. Today is not Sunday. But yeah, I got that. I got some shirts for Quint. And that's really it, I think. Yeah. That's really all I got. I was so hyped for the aventurine keychain. If there was more aventurine stuff, we would have had much more aventurine stuff. But I totally didn't order an aventurine hoodie on Etsy after the con. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I didn't order that. Simp! Shut up! Let me
Simp!
sip in peace!
Sim!
Let me sip in peace! I'm not hurting anybody! Oh my god. Yeah, Silver, what did you get?
That's so true.
What'd you get?
Okay, well, the biggest thing I got, I actually won. Across from the Thousand Dreams Fund
Peachy, thank you for the
booth-
follow! Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so there was another charity that was in the area. It was Fight for what was it? It was a charity called man, the name
Yes.
just left my head. The name just left my head, but I really supported them. It was called Fight for Rare.
Yes!
And the pretty much it's to help fight rare diseases, especially for kids.
Yes.
And when they were there, they actually had 2 games going on. They had try to get the highest score in Pac-Man and the highest score in Simon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so on that Friday, I played one of the best Pac-Man games I've had in months. And long story short, I won the Pac-Man competition for that day.
He did.
And there was a kid that won the Simon game, but he was also trying to go for the Pac-Man highest score as well. And when we went up to the table to get our prizes, I was supposed to get a My Arcade like mini Pac-Man machine replica. And the kid was gonna get this Tails statue, but he wanted the Pac-Man machine, and he was like, "Do you want?" And then we were like talking about it. I'm like, I really wanted that Tails figure as well. Do you want to trade? So he gave me the Tails figure, and I gave him my Pac-Man machine. So everybody wins.
That was too
but not-
funny that he wanted to trade, honestly. I was like, oh, wow, I'm surprised.
All I heard was
Right.
Tails figure. Let's go.
Yeah, so it was a Diamond Gallery Tails figure. It had like Tails grabbing a Chaos Emerald. It's really cool.
However,
How-
Silverwolf had to break the wallet to get it home.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
so I mean, I did not expect to walk away from DreamHack with some big merchandise. So I was like, okay, how the heck am I gonna get this home? So I tried putting it in my carry-on suitcase, and it fit barely. But I also have to consider the fact that, oh wait, I have clothes and toiletries and a whole bunch of other stuff to pack.
This is
And I
fine.
was
Just
like,
leave your clothes behind.
That's
Yeah,
why I bought a
Hello.
larger suitcase.
Yeah.
I should have done that. But of course, hindsight was 2020.
And now
So-
you know.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Ding dong.
Do 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 do.
Yes. So, fortunately, the hotel had a business center. It had a UPS store that was open on Sunday. So I was like, okay, I need to get this shipped. This thing's not gonna fit anywhere. So I brought it there. They're like, okay, we'll pack it, we'll ship it. Just give us your address. I gave them all that good stuff.
Yeah.
It cost me $100 to ship it.
I turned my soundboard on just so I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just was
Yeah.
like, are you... Wow.
Perfect
sucks.
timing on that one.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so even with my larger luggage, because I could only expand it so much,
Yeah.
even with because I had to repack everything anyway, it was not packed exactly the same way, which is good
I did
because
too.
some of the stuff that I brought with me was specifically for Vivi's to help with Vivi's panel, and I no longer had it anymore, so that kind of helped with the space. But I also didn't get anything like super large or anything either.
Yeah.
So,
Red Scout said, is it the size of the tails?
yes.
Yeah, it was the
It's not
the
about
size
the size
of
of the
it.
tails, chat. It's about how you use them.
Yeah, use those tails!
Use that tail.
I have a
wiggle,
tail.
Wiggle, waggle. I have a tail.
I have a tail.
Tails unite! No.
Let's go.
But yeah,
Mine's the fluffiest though.
but yeah,
I think mine's the fluffiest.
Okay.
are we gonna have a fluffy
So-
war now? But yeah, I had like cause Davidia, you stepped away. I got an adventuring keychain.
Woohoo! Let's go.
Yes, that was it. No, I got adventuring Topaz and Sunday keychains, and then a couple shirts for my husband. That was it though. Other than that, I didn't really get any. There's freebie stuff around.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Lot
that kind of
freebie
stuff. I have 9 tails. I went. Yes, Thee, you win. You have 9 tails. Good job.
There you go.
I love freebie stuff. So I ended up getting a lot of stuff. That's because I budgeted so I could spend like a lot of money. And I actually got some extra too, thanks to my dad, who basically. Okay, so I could afford the entire trip alone, just based off of my tax return. But my dad was like, "You know what? No, I'm buying this. I'm gonna like sponsor this trip for you. You get all this money back."
Aww.
Which I didn't save any, because I was thinking, I was like, oh yeah, so the extra money he's gonna give me, I'm gonna only use a little bit of it and save the rest. I didn't do that. But anyway, so he gave me like $1,000 extra. He also paid for my flight, and so he was like, the $1,000 should cover like what you paid for the hotel and a little extra for spending. I already had $500 I was planning on bringing, so overall I think I ended up bringing about $700-ish with me to spend. And that was for any food that I bought, and that was for any merch. So I got a lot of stuff, and one thing was gifted to me. So one of these, I got a poster that was gifted to me. So I got a Fumo from Kawa Entertainment's booth. I got a Fumo plushie with keychain.
Nice.
Keychain. I have a Kuro plushie. I have 2 plushies that came from round 1, which is like a crane game area that I ended up going to with Cody and a bunch of other people.
Nice.
Let me look around here. Because it's all over the place. I got a bunch of stickers.
Nice.
I've got a Kuro sticker. I've got a Aura GX sticker. I've got some stickers of this chick who I can't remember her name. There's
Somebody.
a lot of, cats. I've got a shit ton of ribbons because that's what Offkai's about.
Yep.
Got a phone charm. I've got a Zentreya air tag, I guess you could call it that.
Okay.
Basically. That came from Senpai Squad. I paid like $12 for it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a PVC zippy thing that you could put like a, the mini Instax photos. You could slip that.
I
into
saw
it.
that.
Baby girl.
Baby girl.
Right now it's got Lucifer in it. I did put Cody in there a couple times earlier.
I saw you put false in there too, and I was like, that's the best.
I've got some Blurt merch, so I got 2 shirts and a keychain from Blurt. The Instax did not come from Offkai, but I bought it for Offkai. So I got that. I've got a sticker from BB Chan's panelist says I had my genitals blessed by BB Chan the dragon. I've got some air fresheners. I've got at least 4 posters.
All the posters.
3 posters. So 2 of the posters, one of them came from Eldritch Grandpa.
Okay.
If you don't know who that is, they are a Grandpa VTuber.
Grandpa.
Grandpa VTuber. And I got a poster from him. I also have a poster that I bought of Guzma, who is the leader of Team Skull with his abs showing because that's hot.
Nice.
And there's not enough posters of men. It's almost always like hot anime women. I'm like, where are the men? Where are the males?
I need a poster of
but-
adventuring to exist.
I'm like, at this point, I'm just gonna become a male artist. Like, I'm gonna draw a bunch of Eekmen, and that's about
All
it.
the males.
All of the men. We need more men. We need more men, anime men in representation. I just let you out. No.
Red Scout says, but the
No.
titties. And then Peachy said I got some cool Pokemon pins. There were tons of great artists there. Yeah. So okay, I've been to other convention. Like I understand like the kind of convention DreamHack is. I felt bad though because I felt like their artist alley was small. Like It was
yeah.
small. Like, also
Honestly,
their vendors were like the vendors area was a little small too. Like, I've been to
Yeah.
you know varying sizes of conventions, but like
Yes.
oh god,
Oh, nice alert.
oh it says
Offkai.
tornado warning.
What?
Well, be careful.
Yeah, I will.
Offkai's vendor hall was a lot smaller than other ones I've been to as well. And comparing past and even WeebCons. WeebCons was huge, huge. But
Girl.
they also had like the meet and greet lines in combination a little bit with the VAs and stuff with their artist alley a bit too. So that could be why. I gotta open up photos for the rest of the shit that I have because I don't remember because everything was kind of spread out now in my house. I got a bunch of TBS buttons. So I got Cody, Heidi, Lady, and False. I cannot think. I have a pillowcase with Iron Mouse on it.
Okay.
I got two Vite Ramen packets. I got a thing signed by Sens of a illustration of him. I've got some coasters from the Maid Cafe. So I have Kuro as a maid and Hime as a maid. I got a tote bag. I got a bunch of keychains too. I think I'll end with a keychain. So I got 3 Iron Mouse keychains, a Project Melody keychain, that Fumo keychain I mentioned earlier, a Mista keychain, an Ollie keychain, and 2 Key the Khajiit keychains, and then a bigger bear from the Crane games, and a Hello Kitty from the Crane games. And that's about it. And me touching grass apparently is the last photo.
Okay, so I'm confused because
Hmm?
on my phone,
Oh.
no, on my phone it says tornado
Okay.
warning, but when I go to like the
Yeah.
weather site, it just says flood advisory.
Oh. Yes, both of them. Both of these things are true.
So I'm
It's
like,
a
but what?
tornado
God.
flood.
Yeah, I forgot the most important thing, guys. I forgot the most important thing that I got from Offkai. I have a British man in my okay. I have an anime British man in my house. I have Cody Standee. Haha, I forgot about him, honestly. Sorry, Cody. He's literally right next to my desk.
Oh yeah,
I had
warning
to
means
fix
they
them.
saw a tornado. I'm not angry about
Yes.
that.
That's
I
good.
might drop for a little bit and wait for that to pass,
Okay.
and then I'll come back if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So chat, listen,
Be
I'm gonna
safe.
drop. Yeah, just to be safe, I'm gonna drop and then wait for this to pass, and then I'll come back. Y'all keep going, keep conversating. Okay.
Of course.
All right,
Bye.
we'll keep conversation.
All right, bye.
We'll keep the conversation. Bye.